Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Suburban Stone Age. Today's video is about my favorite backyard avocado, the Fuerte Avocado. As you can see, we're in Southern California, and avocados grow really well here. We're in Zone 10B, and we get this lovely coastal fog, which is coming in right now. And that mild temperature makes it ideal for avocado to grow. And by that I mean it doesn't freeze here. We barely get frost. It gets irrigation in the summer. We get rain in the winter. So this Mediterranean climate is perfect for the Fuerte avocado. So if you've seen avocados in the grocery store, chances are that they're the Hass variety. Hass is very popular commercially. In fact, it's the only one I've ever seen commercially offered in this day and age. Fuerte, which is a different variety, used to be very, very popular, I think back in the 30s, so almost 100 years ago in California, but the Hass became the commercial variety of choice. So now, if you want to see a Fuerte or try a Fuerte avocado, you have to grow it yourself. And that is what we did. The reason I chose to plant a Fuerte avocado tree is because they're particularly cold hardy. And every once in a while, maybe every decade or so, we'll get temperatures that dip overnight into the 20s and even the teens. And I just wanted an avocado tree that could handle that. And so far, so good with this Fuerte avocado. So this tree is now 8 years old, and this is its first year that we've had a very significant crop. I knew when I planted this tree that it would be an investment in time. Avocados, for me, have never really been fast to fruit. But around 6 or 7 years, I was starting to wonder what the heck was going on with this tree. Well, finally, we started to get a crop, and then this year we got a really nice crop. So as you can see, the fruits are starting to ripen. They probably won't be ready for another couple months, but we definitely have some on there and we are looking forward to it. So a couple tips on growing this tree. They need enough moisture. This tree was in this yard during the terrible drought of 2014, 2015, 2016. And that could have contributed to why it took so long to fruit. I'm not sure, but it hung in there. But it thrives with more water. So during the drought, it got very, very little water, just enough to keep it alive. But once the drought has eased, it really likes more water and has been thriving since it's received a little bit additional irrigation from, when we do water changes in our pond. We'll water the ground, and also it gets sprinklers. In fact, these low-lying branches are very good at growing towards the sprinkler and baffling the spray so that it drips off the leaves right down into its own roots. So it self-waters it if it can and hogs the sprinkler spray. Additionally, you'll see a lot of leaf litter here at the bottom. The leaf litter is very, very important to leave alone. It helps to keep the soil cool underneath the tree, and that thick layer of mulch preserves moisture as well. Plus, as the leaves break down, it just gives the tree back its own nutrients. So I've always been very careful I'll even go through and sweep the sidewalk and put the leaves back under the tree. I never cart them away. That leaf litter is really important to help the avocado stay happy and regulate soil temperature. So another thing with avocados is that it's pretty complicated, sort of, as far as getting them to fruit. There are A types and there are B types. And whatever type you have, some will kind of self-pollinate, but they really do better if you have the opposite type around to help with pollination. And that has to do with what time of day the flowers open, what sex they are, etc. It's a whole thing, and we'll save that for a different video. But it does seem to help. I have a Hass tree, a little baby, planted some 20 feet away. And once I got that guy in, it's still so little it doesn't flower a ton, but it did seem to help with fruit set. And I believe the Fuerte is a B type and the Haas is an A type. If I'm wrong, I'm sure a text will pop up in the video to correct me. But in any case, it does seem to help to have that opposite pollinator, that opposite flower type for pollination. This tree is getting pretty tall. I do have to shape it because it grows onto the path, and I do prune it, and I will probably kind of keep it as short as I can. But it has a spreading habit, and what it likes is to sort of, I think of it as an umbrella. It creates a parasol, like an outer canopy, to keep its bark and its fruit from getting sunburned. So on a couple patches, especially during this incredibly hot heat wave we had in Southern California, some of the fruit got scorched where it was in direct sunlight. The branches will also get scorched. That's just had to be that way, but generally speaking, I try to prune the tree so that, of course, I have access to the path, but also so that the branches and the fruit stay shaded, because they will get sunburned. So that's what you want to keep in mind when you're keeping this tree in shape and when you're pruning it. It's very vigorous. It grows like crazy once it's established. And I have to prune it back several times a year just to keep the walk clear, but it seems to tolerate it really well. For the fruit itself, this is my hand. For size reference, this fruit isn't completely mature. It'll get even bigger. It'll at least get as big as my hand probably by December. It's still growing. The Fuertes have a very thin skin. The Haas that you're used to seeing in the store has a thicker, darker, more pebbly skin when they're ready to go. But the Fuerte is a little different. It's thinner, it's lighter, and it's got these kind of yellow pebbles to it. And when you harvest it, you do need to let it soften for a few days before it's ready to eat. But a lot of avocados are like that. But the flavor it's really good. It's a little thinner. I don't want to say thinner. It's just very rich. The Haas is kind of a thick, heavy avocado taste. This is light and creamy and very flavorful, but not overwhelming. So, I've had a couple to try from my own tree, and I really like it. So waiting 8 years to find out if I like the flavor of an avocado is a bit of an investment, but it paid off. And I'm very happy with it. It's a good little tree, and it seems to be producing extremely well this year. So, I'm happy to, this is going to be a keeper. We're going to keep it, and we're going to have a ton of avocados to eat, to share, to sell, all that good stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. Plus, I really like that it's a variety that isn't grocery store, actually. It's a good variety that's hard to find and a unique experience. So there you have it. That's our 8-year-old Fuerte avocado tree with some tips and tricks on how to grow it, what it tastes like, how to keep it happy and healthy. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and click that subscribe button if you want to share in our adventures at Suburban Stone Age. All right, thanks very much. We'll talk to you later. Bye.